A recent example that I think is a good example of how United Way funding has helped a particular family and the community is a young couple where both mom and dad were working part-time and enrolled full-time at Alec Tech and had 2 young children that they needed full-time care for. We used United Way funding to help over that time, the semester time period, to keep their children in consistent care and allowed them to finish their degrees. And in their own words, it allowed them to maintain household bills and keep food on the table.
I recall this one client I was working with, and he had some pretty significant health issues. He had a history of anxiety and was having problems, and we were doing well, and then the health issue came up, and all of a sudden his anxiety just took over, and it was impacting how he could tolerate his anxiety and how he could recover from his health issues. And so eventually he wanted to come back into counseling, but his insurance wouldn't cover everything, and we needed weekly counseling. And with the United Way grant that we received, he was able to come in for weekly counseling, and I met with him last week, and we're back to once a month meetings, and his health is doing better, and he's just doing a lot better.
My name is Wendy Hyatt, and I'm Executive Director of Central Minnesota Elder Network. And what we do is we provide services to seniors in the Alexandria area. So this program allows caregivers a few hours twice a month to take care of themselves. Something that David wrote to us earlier this year is, I would like to read. Thank you, Elder Network, for giving Shirley and me help and hope when we desperately need it. Yesterday, Darlene, Shirley's volunteer, encouraged her to sing as well as play the piano. It is a delight to hear Shirley play gospel music by note. Today, Shirley gets to be with Pam and her friends at the gathering at Nelson Gables. She is given a delicious meal and does fun projects. You give me a break from the constant environment of caregiving. I never anticipated this time in our lives, but wouldn't trade it for the world. Thank you for being there with us.
Junior Achievement serves about 1,500 students in the Alexandria Public Schools in grades 1 through 5. And we do this with the generous support of United Way and other local businesses.
Within the last 2 years, we've been able to offer a special option for 5th graders, and that is we send them to BizTown, which is an office set up like a normal community, and they all have tasks when they go there, and it's just incredible the amount of thank you letters we get back from the students and what an impact they've had when learning about business.
People can't afford an attorney and they need legal representation, they contact our office. And we help clients like Emma. Emma was a child that had divorced parents, Amy and Tom, and Emma and her siblings were going back and forth between the parents, spending time with both of them. And recently, Emma became scared at a visit with Dad when he started yelling, drinking, throwing things, and then pulled out his gun and threatened her mom, Amy. Amy contacted our office immediately, wanting to secure some help and protection for herself and the kids. She knew that Tom couldn't afford an attorney and she couldn't. Luckily, someone from our office was able to represent her at a court hearing, and now her and the kids have that safety and protection that they wanted.
I facilitate the Incredible Years Parenting Program. It's a 12-week course. It uses realistic, easy to use, and easy to implement parenting skills for parents. They are positive and solution focused. The class removes a lot of barriers for parents by providing a meal and childcare. And the class is funded by United Way funding and made possible to be free to Douglas County residents through that funding.
The United Way funding is for my Discovery Advantage program, and they give us funds for transportation to Zion Lunch. So students are able to get a hot lunch during the day. And this is great because students excel when they are full and have that opportunity for lunch. When students do the activities, and when they have the lunch, they are able to be more focused and more engaged. And so we are very grateful that United Way has given us this funding so that we are able to transfer them over.
At Girl Scouts, our mission is to build girls of courage, confidence, and character who make the world a better place. Over the past year, we've been able to serve over 330 Girl Scouts throughout Douglas and Pope counties. In the past year, Girl Scouts has been able to offer 67 local families with scholarships to help their girls attend camp, programs and learn more about things like robotics, healthy living, and of course, fun in the outdoors.
We've been able to create a special needs expo where we get local organizations from Special Olympics to hospitals to hold an expo so we can get resources to parents, because that's what our mission is to connect families that have children with special needs or disabilities. And the funding also helps support us as we have a special needs support group once a month.
I want to thank United Way for the grants that they provided us, because we can provide these kids with a safe and neutral environment for them to visit their parents.
The mission for our office is to help provide safer communities, and due to United Way, we were able to serve over 700 clients in the past year.
And I coordinate preschool and ECFE for Alexandria Public Schools at a school called the Early Education Center. And our work there is all about preparing kids for kindergarten and preparing them for beyond kindergarten, for life, building life skills. So our teachers are intensively trained, thanks to the support from the United Way, to support what we consider to be the biggest developmental task for young kids, that's social and emotional development.
SLAM is our student leadership program that's kind of designed to help empower students to serve a bigger purpose within their community and within their school. We feel very thankful that United Way has stepped in and helped with that, because it's an opportunity for students to really discover a lot about themselves, and I think it's an experience that they could not get just by being at school.
The United Way redistributes those funds to agencies such as the Boy Scouts. We take that money and we use that to recruit adult volunteers to train those leaders so that they are well trained in program development, so that they can provide that exciting and engaging activity that children look for.
Because of the United Way, I would say that we are able to offer foster grandparents to many different locations. The students benefit because they get the extra support from the foster grandparents. That trickles out even to the families of those children. They benefit because there isn't always homework help at home, so the foster grandparents do provide that extra assistance that some kids just can't get.
We've had a lot of success with our clients out there. One of the families in particular, she fled domestic violence from Georgia with her 3 children, moved here. While in the apartment building, she got her para certification and was employed through the school district. She got her kids into daycare, she got them into sports, she joined a church, and she exited before her 2 years was actually up into a market rental unit.
They help us pay for the speaker, they help us pay for our booklet here. We have a little one, United. It's a domestic abuse awareness book. We've handed out thousands of these to people. It gives you a little basic understanding of what domestic abuse is, what you can do about it, why men do it, why women stay, all of the basic questions it covers. It gives you a little safety plan, and we've handed out thousands of them to people over the years.
We've been part of the United Way for a long time, and we really appreciate the support that United Way gives us, because we are able to keep what would be a really expensive program and too high of fees for our riders to be able to participate. It helps bring down those fees and helps us support our general expenses, as well as we do partial scholarships, and so through our United Way funds, and that way more people are able to come more often with depending on what their financial needs are.